Hi, everybody. Hope you're having a good day. It is 66 degrees outside. It's what, 3 o'clock in the afternoon. The record high for today is 68. My forecast was 62. I will tell you, sometimes speaking for myself as a forecaster, you get so caught up in what the rain is going to be that you lose track of really focusing on the temperature. You just kind of go with what the guidance said. But wow, hope you're enjoying our warm day. It is mainly dry out there. That's where we begin on this Thursday afternoon. You see some rain on the radar. Look at my mouse, still in the West Gorge and up into the Cascades, but basically Portland, Salem to the coast. I mean, there are some traces of rain around, but pretty dry, which is what I thought we would have. And it was going to be mainly dry now, mainly dry moving forward through the day tomorrow. So let's go ahead and talk about what's coming up. By the way, that fetch of moisture that came in yesterday, right on cue, kind of started to wind down this morning, produced over 2 inches up in Astoria, and has given us around 7/10 of an inch of rain out at PDX. So that's a good, healthy start to the rainy season on this second day of November. Okay, we have another ball of moisture that we're tracking. So here we are. This is the water vapor imagery. And again, the green colors, you've got high moisture showing up nicely in the atmosphere. It doesn't necessarily mean that it's a deep layer of moisture, but often it does. So the water vapor is kind of handy to look at. You see we're on the back edge of the moisture that moved through yesterday, overnight, and early this morning. So we're getting out of that, but then showing up very nicely. Look at all this ball of moisture here. And this is our next shot that's going to be coming in. It catches my attention. See these X's? Lightning being detected. Not only along the main ball of moisture, there's a low right in here where you see my mouse, this little swirl in here. Lightning also on this low fetch of moisture moving in. So this is inheritant unstable air that's coming in. And like the last batch, it's very moist. So we're going to see some impressive rain totals, I think. Once again, all of this will start to move in. It looks like to the coast Friday afternoon, pardon me, and then here into the valley tomorrow evening, Friday evening. So we're keeping an eye on all of that. I want to show you the breakdown. Pretty good low pressure system. This is tomorrow at 5 p.m. local time. And if you watch my mouse, the surface contours, if you were going to put your cold front, you would draw the cold front right in here. You're kind of following the contour dip or the troughing of the contour. So there's the front. And then see these red lines? These are what we call thickness contours. And they're a measure of the density of the air mass, but we use them to also find warm borders and cold borders. So the fact that these contours kind of arc upwards, and if you were going to do a surface analysis, you would put a warm front right in here. So, I mean, it's really warm right now, and this is warm air upcoming. And that's why when I show you the 7-day, you're going to see all these nights that are 50 or warmer. And I think you can tell by this is the surface, and all this is moisture saturation, these green tones and blue tones. So this is a lot of moisture with the warm front just offshore. Here's Oregon and Washington, the coastline, tomorrow at 5 p.m. So again, if you have plans tomorrow evening, this will be moving in. Let me go ahead and animate this into, here's Saturday morning. So now the cold front with this is just nearing the coast. It's right in here, Saturday morning, early. We're in the warm sector. This is steady rain falling. And then here we are Saturday afternoon. Now the cold front is over here, just passing the Cascade. So it's marched inland, but there's quite a bit of moisture yet to come. There's reason to believe this could be fairly steady moisture. I would tell you a lot of the weather modeling is saying behind the front Saturday morning, we get into a flow pattern of just heavy convective rain cells, kind of scattered downpours. But this is Friday. Let me go ahead and play this as far as this will take me out. It looks like, you can't really tell here, but it looks like that we get a break Saturday overnight, Sunday morning. And then here we are getting into Sunday afternoon. This is Sunday afternoon at 4 p.m. Now the time has changed, by the way, we're on standard time. And here is the next front offshore, right in here where you see the lows. That's going to come into us. There's the main front. That's Sunday morning at about 4 or 5 in the morning. So that's heavy rain early Sunday morning, and then that breaks into showers. So you get the idea. We got the system coming in Friday night, Saturday morning. We have another one coming in Sunday night, Monday morning. Really, really active weather flow. This is another way to look at these systems coming in. This is the GFS American model. And what you're looking at here in green is what we call moisture saturation at 10,000 feet in the atmosphere. So It doesn't mean it's going to rain, but it does show you solid cloud cover where it's solid moisture saturation pretty much down to the surface. And it does show you the most likely spots for rain. So this is Friday. Part of the day, see how we're white Friday? There's no moisture. That's, again, part of the forecast is Friday daytime is completely dry. Let me play this into Friday evening. Here we are Friday. Now we're getting to the evening. Now look at that next batch of moisture coming in. We already talked about that. And let's see what this does. The front comes in Saturday morning. Here we are Saturday morning. Now we're on the back edge of the moisture. And this actually gets us into thinning moisture in the afternoon, but the flow pattern around this low is what the models are picking up on is convective heavy rain cells coming in Saturday afternoon, Saturday evening. Right in here, this next surge of moisture, see it? That's what's going to be developing going into Sunday afternoon, maybe even earlier. This is the American model. This shows we've got rain now coming in. This would be mid-morning Sunday. I was saying Sunday morning would be dry. The European model still shows that, but this particular model shows we've got some rain developing Sunday morning, occasional shots of rain that continuing during the day. This is Sunday evening. There's the main front back in here that comes in overnight. So again, very, very active weather. I do want to touch on winds real quick. This is 8,500 millibars, 5,000 foot temperature level. And if you look at the wind barbs, this is Saturday morning. Okay, Saturday morning, that next front's coming in. See, we've got 30-knot winds at 5,000 feet rolling south. Here's the low, rolling south of the low. You've got the southwest, south fetch of 30-knot winds. That's potential gust up to about 40 miles per hour along the coast Saturday morning. Let's see if it ever picks up more than that. Most of the wind field, it looks like this is getting into Saturday afternoon, stays at the coast and goes up to the north. So there's not real any wind concern with that, but just something I've been watching because it's on stable air. Notice how the lows, the fronts come in, but the lows up here, all of these systems take the low to our north. So if that's true, we wouldn't really get any wind to speak of with any of these systems. And with that said, I know that was probably a little heavy overdose on just some weather modeling. This is what the forecast shapes out to be. The record high this afternoon, this Thursday, is 68. Maybe we're going to report that, 66, 67 at least. Tomorrow, everything indicates dry morning, dry afternoon, and then the evening rain. The rain could start as early as 7 o'clock Friday evening. Maybe if you have plans, it holds off a little bit, but certainly it's steady rain overnight. Saturday, I think we still need some more information to come. It's certainly a rainy start to the day. And then is occasional shots of rain, or do we get into more of a scattered, spotty, heavy rain cells coming and going that could produce some thunder and lightning? So that's Saturday. Then Sunday, I'm going to have to change this forecast. I had PM rain, but now there's increasing models showing there's kind of an even Steven chance of occasional rain in the morning and the afternoon. So really, we're with the exception of Friday daytime, tomorrow daytime, with the exception of that, we're pretty wet now all the way into Tuesday. I had Wednesday dry, but now it looks like showers are going to linger into Wednesday, and I would have us dry on that following Thursday, Friday. So that dry window, if it holds together, has been pushed back by one day, okay? Snow levels are going to be pretty high. Friday night, snow level probably 9,000 feet. Saturday night into Sunday morning, the snow level could come down to 6,000 feet, maybe even as low as 5,000 feet Sunday. That's maybe a wet mix over some of the higher Cascade passes, but rain at Government Camp. Monday, snow level, again, right there about 5,000 feet. So we'll keep an eye on that as we get going to the first part of next week, okay? That is your update for now. I'm going to be posting my winter outlook on my YouTube channel, so look for that. Look for the winter outlook posting on my weather site, portlandweather.com as well. Thanks for subscribing. I'm meteorologist Rod Hill, and I'll talk to you soon.